Sawadika. Thank you, Khun Pafan, and thank you to Yes Education for hosting the webinar today. I hope that everyone is seeing my screen, and we will have a lot of exciting updates with you for you today. And I hope that after today's section, you will feel much more confident to talk about Macquarie University and to pitch. This is another option, one of the best option for your student to consider to when they think about study in Sydney, Australia. So my updates today will have two main parts. The first part will cover overall picture about Macquarie University, why we are special, what we can offer to your student, what are the program that we having right now at the university. Also, the second part will cover for our important update for 2027 in text. So let's start it. So just before I proceed. Can I double check that my voice, Kun Pafan, can you help me to confirm all okay? Voice, everything okay? You can see
Yeah,
my screen?
yes,
Awesome. Let's start.
very
So I will start off my presentation, introduction about Macquarie University with a beautiful photo you're seeing on the screen. This is our campus. It's very green. It's beautiful. As Pafan said earlier, she visited our campus 3 weeks ago. Even during a rainy days, it's still very beautiful with a lot of greeneries. So this is our campus, the biggest campus of any Australian university in Sydney. So we're very proud of our campus. But first, let's talk about ranking. So the first exciting news I would like to share with you today, Kun Pafan, I would like to say that this is a little bit off record. You may have to publish this maybe a little bit later, but we recently received a tips in terms of our ranking, QS ranking 2027. So I cannot be specify the number yet because we're recording, but then our ranking in 2026 is top 138 in the world, but the ranking QS 2027 will be published very soon. We believe within this week or within next week. We climb highest ever in our history. We will rank also the jump is also the biggest jump compared to any Australian university. So this places us in a well position across all university in the world, but also in Australia. We still rank top 10 in Australia based on time, higher education, world ranking. So we hope in terms of this ranking, we try to climb up the ladder every year, which will boost a little bit more confidence for the counselor to talk to the student about Macquarie University. So highest ranking ever will be published very soon, within this week or next week. We currently having 31 subjects areas will rank in the top 200 in the world. Again, this is also the largest number of subjects will rank in the top 200 from our history of 65 years of operation. This is based on QS World ranking by subject, and many of those among these 31 subject areas are in the top in the top area for Thai students. For example, business analytics, finance, marketing, communication, psychology, education, engineering, IT, data science, etc. So many of those areas are in the area that Thai students love to study when they go to study in Australia, and we are very glad to achieve this ranking. But the ranking that we are most proud of would be the rank number 1 in Sydney for teaching quality and learning results. This is based on QUILT, Quality Indicators for Learning and Teachings, which was done by the government. And the ranking is actually very special. So instead, like QS ranking, Time Higher Education ranking, or Shanghai ranking, all those ranking are academics ranking, which means it's based on research, based on many factors. But this ranking, quality indicator for learning and teaching, is actually ranked based on student experience. So the student were asked, like all of them when they graduate, they will get a survey from the government asking, are they happy? How do they feel after the time they study at Australian institution? And we are very proud to be ranked number 1 in Sydney for all of these criteria: teaching quality, peer engagement, skill development, learning resource quality for both bachelor and master degree. So this is a testament for our effort putting into improving and also make sure that students have a lot of support, improving their study experience with us. Right now, Macquarie University is having 45,000 students study with us. So it's a big community. And among those, we have around 11,000 students who are international students. So you can see the country mix here. At least we always have at least 75% domestic student Australian, and around 25% of them will come from international student. And they are not just coming from a few countries, but they're actually coming from 120 countries in the world. So we are very proud. We have one of the most diversified and international student cohort, but also we keep a very good balanced mix of international students. It's very rare for Australian university to, we are very proud of this. It's very rare for any other Australian university to have a very diverse but also balanced country mix. I could share we have around like 27 to 28% Chinese student. We have around 30% student from South Asia, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and around 30% coming from Southeast Asia and 10 to 12% from the rest of the world. So very balanced between each region across the whole world, because we want to make sure that the student sitting next to your student are coming from different parts of the world as well. It's the diverse study environment which later on prepare them for a diverse working culture, especially in a city like Sydney or in Australia. Right now, Macquarie have four big faculty: our business school, faculty of art, faculty of medicine, health and human science, faculty of science and engineering, and our own college delivering English package program, diploma program, foundation program, and master qualifying program. This is one thing we want to notify here is very different with any other university who normally their foundation or their package program will be delivered via third party. On the other hand, Macquarie University College is our own and operate under by the university. So student is considered as our university student from day one. And they got a lot and get access to all the material that the university student can access. So it's very different study environment compared to any other university, even though they are going through our pathway. The next ranking I want to mention and emphasize here, especially because for business student, important for business student to know if they can get a job when they graduate from our business school. So Macquarie Business School is ranked number 1 in Australia 2 years in a row, 2024, 2025, for career impact. So this is important because we all know that business will have the most number of students want to study. So majority of international students would want to pursue a degree in business. And it's the same not just in Australia, not just in Thailand, it's everywhere. But then it also means that when a business student graduates, this will be the toughest area for them to compete, to get a job. So that's why it's very important, and it's a testament to show our effort putting into it to boost the employability for our business graduate. All right. Next. Please give me 1 second. I think my laptop is frozen a little bit. All right. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, now it's just
Oh,
moved
okay. All
normally.
right.
Like, okay.
Okay. So another fact to mention that we have trained some of Australia leading business professional, for example, managing director of Google Australia and New Zealand, or managing director of Microsoft Australia and New Zealand, or PwC, Westfarmer, Quantum, and also even Asia top business leader as well. They are alumni and they have to be often come back to the university and help the student to build their profile, even do coaching or mentoring program, and frequently have career fair trainings for students to make sure they're well trained and prepare all the skills they need in order to get a job when they graduate. Now let's talk about our campus, and which I think that is one of the best, the top selling point. And every student, I say out of 10 of them, if out of 10 students visited our campus, 9 of them will fall up with the campus itself. So because it's very big, it's the biggest campus in Sydney with 126 hectare parklands, and we operate in an area It's called almost like a Silicon Valley of Australia. This is the largest and longest standing innovation hub of Australia, the largest high-tech precinct in Southern Hemisphere as well. But also we invested heavily in technology, in renovating our campus to make sure that student is well trained and they are frequently used with high technology tools. So which means when they graduate, they can go straight into the job. We invested heavily into student experience as well. We have the first and only in Australia to have our own on-campus hospital and a fully integrated health precinct. This hospital is actually open for public. It's a non-for-profit hospital. Of course, it's the best environment for medicine students. We also the only university until this moment, the only university to have a metro station named after us on campus, which is very convenient for students to travel across the city. So if you look into the location, so I believe that if you haven't visited Sydney before, you always knows about these two landmarks, the Opera House, the Harbour Bridge. We have two campuses in Sydney. One is the city campus, mainly for our MBA student or applied finance student, for students who to facilitate students who study and work at the same time. But all of our international students and all bachelor and master students, all the other degree will study at our main campus here in area we call North, right? And in terms of distance, so from our campus to the Upper Harbour Bridge, Opera House is around 12.5 kilometers. But because we have a train station connect directly to city center, so it's very fast and convenient. But later on, you can go on and Google for Macquarie Park Innovation District, and you will see what I'm talking about, where we situated in the longest standing and the biggest innovation hub of Australia. Another fact I want to mention about this location is about living expense and why our location might affect living expense in Sydney. Because many students come to me and ask like, is it true that living in Sydney is very expensive? I say, yes, if you stay in the city center, which is around this area, which might be the same everywhere. I think it's the same in Bangkok. It's the same in Tokyo. It's the same in Vancouver, in Canada, in everywhere else in the world. The closer you stay in the city center, of course, the renting will be higher. And renting would account for 80% of the living expense when students study overseas. So also, if you noticed, there are a couple universities in Sydney, and all of them will be on this side of the city, which means more competition. And only one university in the north area of Sydney, which is Macquarie, which means less competition to find a good house at a much more affordable pricing. And I will share with you some updates about accommodation as well. To ensure with you, it's very easy to find a proper accommodation around the university, and the student didn't sacrifice anything. They can still go to city center very fast, but paying much better price for accommodation. I will flick through quickly some of the photos showing our campus. We have our own lake. We have very big campus. This is a central courtyard where students normally hang out. We have a food court with nearly 40 food outlets on the first floor. Second floor, we have a terrace and a U bar and a pizza restaurant. Also, third and fourth floor will be for open space and flexible classroom. This is a hospital, a high-tech hospital, where students can learn and practice alongside with professional doctor and professional health experts. Our robotic library, we are the first in Australia to have a robotic library. Incubator. So incubator is where students can enroll and into a course where we guide them how to start their own company, and we also helping the student even up into attracting angel investor and also getting more funding, going international as well, and all the supporting costs like that. All the support we provide inside the incubator for the university student for Macquarie University will be free of charge. The incubator actually open for public as well. Even we found some students from other university coming here and enroll into our program to open their own business, and except they are Macquarie University student, if they are not, it will be free But if they are not Macquarie University student, they will need to pay for the course. So a lot of students actually go into these specs, not just for starting their own business, but learning about new idea, even searching for new opportunity. So a lot of things happening, and it's a great opportunity for students to do networkings and extending their networking as well, their connection as well. Our arts precinct, brand new School of Law, which was opened in 2024. Last year, October 2025, we opened a brand new science engineering precinct, which was 150 million investment. And our on-campus metro station I mentioned earlier, only 18 minutes from our campus to the city center. So if you can take a look here, this is Macquarie City Station, and this is the city center. So only 5 stops, and the student will already reach the Harbour Bridge within 18 minutes. And every 4 minutes, there will be one train. Accommodation. So for students who are under 18, students will need to stay through homestay, and we will provide our free guardianship. And if the students are over 18, they're free to choose stay anywhere they like, on campus or off campus. On campus, right now, we have this number has just now increased to more than 3,000 beds available for students already on our campus, but also with off campus, a lot of student purpose-built accommodation within 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or 40 minutes reach. This is a photo showcase, a studio room look like, but we also inside the central courtyard accommodation. And we also have the twin room option. We also have the 4-bedroom apartment option, 6-bedroom apartment option. So twin room will be the cheapest option. And right now, twin room for 2026 rate, we charge the student around $289 per week per student. And that includes bills like internet, water, and electricity already. So this is some of the name of the on-campus student accommodation. This year we have 2 new buildings. It's a newly purpose-built student accommodation in Macquarie Park, which is Episode Building and the Switch, all both within 5-minute walks to the university. And this is a special update. So I want to show you, this is update on 12th of June 2026, the occupancy of all of the accommodation around our campus. So you can see right now is mid of June, and our intake will start within the next month on 24th of July. And you can see here the majority of the accommodation on campus is almost full, but still there's a lot of, still have more than 350 available rooms for students to find on campus or surrounding our campus. So a lot of opportunity and a lot of option for students to choose from. So this is I just updated it last Friday. So it's all, and before intake date 2 months, we updated every week to make sure to inform the student that, okay, where they can head to search for a room and what are the options that they have. We also have a sport aquatic center at Olympic scale, because there are some of the Sydney 2000 Olympics game actually hosted at our campus. So basically we have fully professional have sport and aquatic facility, satisfy all type of sport for students. A lot of student club and society. We have a very strong Thai student association on campus. I would say the strongest among all New South Wales universities. And it's a very close and strong community where there's a lot of activity for Thai students. On top of that, we have nearly 150 other student club and society for students to participate in. A lot of student support as well, such as free airport pickup, medical clinic on campus, campus well-being, a lot of workshop, learning skill, numeracy skill, or writing skill, computing skill, free of charge for students. We also have a system we call peer-assisted learning, where we have a student become a mentor to another student who needs support in academics. So, and it's all free of charge. It's all free of charge. And a shopping mall as well. Next door to our campus, we have one of the largest shopping mall. It's actually the largest in New South Wales State, Macquarie Shopping Centre. So inside this, there are nearly 450 store or outlets within this shopping mall. And so you can find literally everything here. The top 3 biggest supermarket, Coles, Woolworths, and Aldi is here as well. It's very convenient for students. Of course, there are Thai restaurants here. But this is also where students can find part-time job during their time of study. Looking from above, this is how our campus look like. And as I mentioned, the key for Macquarie University is our model replicates after Stanford University in the US. Some people even call our university as the Stanford of the South. So the campus itself, a holistic campus, very similar like in the US system. We also have residential college, which is also accommodation for students, also similar with US system. But the main model that we replicate Stanford University is the connection with industry. So our campus was built 65 years ago, out really nowhere. And we start there with the aiming from the government to set up an innovation hub. And now it has grown into the biggest and longest standing innovation hub of Australia with more than 300 leading companies and around our campus. These are some of the names. I believe that you find some of the companies very familiar with you. Even in Thailand, they have their branch here. But if we look at the bigger picture, it builds up an ecosystem where university serving as an extended arm for research and for providing high quality human resource for this company. And it's a win-win relationship where our program, we seek help from the industry and ask them to help us design the program. And what are the skills that they need from our graduates to make sure it's relevant. Also, it's a win for the industry because they can come to us with a problem and we can provide with our resource from students, from our academics, we can provide them with potential or suitable solution. So it's a win-win. And even on our campus, we have 25 companies. Majority of them are multinational corporations. For courses, as I mentioned, we have 4 faculty in our college, but we heavily promote for cross-disciplinary studies. So we allow business students to take subjects in education, in IT, in social science, in communication, in psychology. So it's really up to them who want to design their own program. Some students come to us at the beginning that they said they want to study business, and later on they discover interest in something else, or they want to combine business and something else. At Macquarie University, for bachelor degree, this is our structure. So you can see here, I take an example for our Bachelor of Commerce, but our Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of IT, Bachelor of Media and Communication have the exact same structure, where we have up to 8 subjects or 1 year of foundation subject, 1 year of the core subject of the major that they choose, the first major, and 1 year of flexible zone where students can choose any subject. It could be as crazy as they want. It could be as creative as they want. If they choose the entire flexible zone to do one another area, they have second major. So it really depends on student, and majority of our students when they graduate, none of them have the same transcript. That's why every single student, when they graduate, they are a different story. They have different niche area. That's why our students can easily find job. The reason because they already have time to explore during their time of study. Master degree, on the other hand, of course, will have limited flexible subject because the duration is shorter. So it's most of the time will be approximately around 6 months or 4 subjects. We also have the largest range of 1 year master degree where students can shorten the degree. They can compress it. No, sorry, I shouldn't use the word compress, where they can shorten the degree, cutting away all the subject they already know, and they only need to study 1 year. So question number 1, do they need to study the same number of subjects but in a shorter period of time? No, they study the same number of subjects as for 1 year student duration. So standard master degree is 16 subjects with us. So if they study 1 year, they only study 8 subjects within 1 year. And they pay for tuition fee for only 1 year only. This will open up 2 options for the student. Option number 1, they can study a package bachelor and master all together in one offer. Even students apply now, for example, they apply for a bachelor degree 3 years. If they want, they can get one single offer with a master degree, bachelor and master all together in one offer. And when they apply for visa, the visa will cover for the entire study duration. But for counselor, it will be for you, it will be counted as 2 students because student finish bachelor and then progress into master, you will receive commission 2 times as well. Another option is they can go into our double master degree, where students can combine two one-year master degrees. So, for example, Master of Marketing and Master of Media and Communication all together, 16 subjects, 8 subjects per year, 8 subjects per unit, and they graduate with 2 qualifications. The tuition fee they pay will be equal with a standard 2 years master degree, but they got 2 qualifications, and of course, they are qualified for post-study work visa. Employability, we're very proud we are ranked number 1 in Sydney for graduate employment rate. We have some information, special information I want to share with you. So this is a survey done by Revelio, and it's a third-party company where they survey and count how many graduates from which university are currently working at top-tier Australian companies. What are the top tiers and who are they? They call ASX 50, which is top 50 companies with biggest income in Australia, and also they including major financial firms, major professional service and consulting firms. And we are very proud to see that our graduates are doing quite well. They are highly in demand with top tiers employer. And of course, compared to the big guy like you see on the screen, like University of Sydney or NSW, we are a younger university. That's why our number of graduates coming from Macquarie University is smaller. But in terms of percentage, in some figures, we actually had higher in terms of percentage of our graduates are currently working at top tiers company. In terms of salary, this is a median salary for students who graduate from our, for example, one of the toughest area, international business and management, master degree. So this is the medium salary that they receive when they graduate from our master degree. I think it's looking quite good, but of course it depends on each student. But we would just want to assure that our students do get jobs and we prepare them for it. With what? With first, work integrated learning. So 100% of our bachelor degree have work integrated learning or internship integrated into the program. It's compulsory, meaning it's also our responsibility to make sure students have work experience before they graduate. It's also applicable for master students as well. Some will be compulsory, some master students will find is as an optional, as an option. So it's really up to them. They can choose subject internship as well. And all of our courses I mentioned earlier, we work very closely with industry and ask them to help us co-design the curriculum. We updated our program almost every year. And every 4 years, we revamp the whole program to make sure it stays relevant to the industry. We also have a dedicated team we call Career Employment Service team who are looking after students in terms of career, searching and apply for job, revising or building their resume, building personal brand. I believe that especially for business students, right now we are the only university in Sydney that have a dedicated subject we call employability subject, compulsory for all business students, where we teach how to write a CV, how to do interview, building your personal brand, how to interact on LinkedIn. For some university, maybe for many university, they said that, oh, we have all of that, but it will be a workshop. And it's actually based on student registration. So it's up to the student to choose to do it or not. But for us, for all business students, this is one of the compulsory subject where they need to learn. And we teach them from very basic and eventually growing the confidence to start application for a job. And the subject I mentioned, employability subject, is normally placed at second year of the bachelor degree, where we equip the student with readiness for the third year to apply for internship. Okay, also exchange and study abroad. I always encourage, especially bachelor students, maybe take a short-term exchange or even 1 semester exchange to another country to enrich their perspective and experience. So a lot of opportunity for students. Now let's talk about scholarship. And before that, I want to share with you about our tuition fee. Average tuition fee for our bachelor and master right now is around 45,000 Australian dollar. This is excluding scholarship and not counting the medicine, which is Doctor of Medicine, for example. Living cost, I believe you're all aware this is required by the government. But just a reminder for students, they can work for 48 hours per every 2 weeks. And during semester break, there is no limitation. First, we have an automatic scholarship for students who are going through our package diploma program. And we have 9 diploma programs. Diploma of Health Science, Diploma of Commerce, Diploma of Business, Diploma of Media and Communication, Diploma of IT, Diploma of Engineering, Diploma of Business Analytics, and Diploma of Marketing and Media. We have 4 intakes per year for February, May, July, and October, and it's automatically grant to all students who enroll into a diploma. So after they finish the first year diploma, they will jump directly into second year and third year of bachelor degree, where for the second year and third year, the ASEAN scholarship $10,000 per year will be automatically applied, which is this scholarship. So this scholarship apply when the student study our bachelor and master degree, automatically apply and automatically grant as well and extend, which means we don't require students to maintain GPA to maintain the scholarship. We also have some additional scholarship where the student can compete to get the scholarship. The diploma and the ASEAN scholarship I mentioned earlier is automatic. Student doesn't have to do anything. But Vice Chancellor International Scholarship is a top-up scholarship value up to $10,000 one-off. Apply for all students, including students going through our package or going through pathway, for example, English pathway, foundation, diploma, bachelor, or master. As long as they satisfy GPA, for bachelor student will be minimum GPA year 12 85%. For master student, minimum GPA of their bachelor degree 2.8 over 4. They are eligible to apply for the Vice Chancellor International Scholarship. The Women in Management and Finance Scholarship is also a competitive scholarship, but cannot be combined with the ASEAN scholarship. The value is $15,000 for course duration, so every year, and is applied for bachelor and master course relevant to in management and finance and for female students only. So I strongly recommend whenever you have a student applying for Macquarie University and they already got a full offer, they have a very good GPA, strongly recommend to apply for extra scholarship and we will assess all possible scholarship for the student. Now it's coming to the second part where I will share with you some updates of our new courses in 2027. So for those who are already aware of our program, I think this will be exciting part for you. So first will be our postgraduate updates. For master program, in 2027, our Master of Marketing is one of our flagship master degree, which is ranked number 1 in Australia and ranked top 2025 in the world. We have 3 new major underneath our marketing program, which is advertising and branding, digital marketing, and strategic marketing. Our Master of Marketing, we have 3 entry points, which is duration 1 year, 1.5 years, or 2 years. So for students who already have business background or already have marketing background, they will be entitled to study 1 year or 1.5 years. So if they are eligible for 1 year's master degree, my recommendation is they can also consider to package with 1 more master degree and make it up 1 + 1 double master degree. And what master they can combine with. It could be anything. It could be marketing and communication. It could be marketing and commerce. It could be marketing and international business. And it could be many areas for the student to choose from. For Master of Commerce, we also have a brand new major adding into our 10 existing major under Master of Commerce. The new major is AI in Business and Innovation. So we could see that the demand from the student asking for some AI relevant courses, but they don't want an IT degree. They don't want to be involved in the technical side of IT. We do, again, reminder, we do have Master of IT for students who don't have any background in IT. But then at the end of the day, it's still an IT degree. Students still need to learn how to code, how to program. So, but this one will be for students who are interested in the application side of AI into daily business and innovation and management, but don't want to learn the technical side of it. So it will be a new major under our Master of Commerce, and similar to Master of Marketing, it has 3 options: 1 year, 1.5 years, or 2 years. And adding to you can see that we have a lot of exciting major under our Master of Commerce, for example, fintech, supply chain management, business analytics. Adding on to the Master of Commerce, again, as a reminder, students, if they study 2 years, they can do double major as well. Similar with Master of Marketing, they can also do double major as well. So, for example, imagine you study Master of Commerce major in Business Analytics and AI in Business. They can study FinTech and AI in Business. They can study Supply Chain and Business Analytics, for example. So they can combine two major within one master degree. The next update will be Master of Education. So our Master of Education, again, I need to clarify Master of Education is different with Master of Teaching. If a student wants to become a teacher, qualified teacher in Sydney, in New South Wales, or teaching in Australia, they need Master of Teaching. Master of Education will be for students who want to work in education but not as a teacher. They can work, for example, a curriculum developer. They can work as management team within education or education leadership. So we have four major is early childhood, early educational leadership, inclusive education, or indigenous education. But the new exciting news here is we now accepting students with business background into master application course duration 1 year. So students who don't have education background but now want to pursue a career, let's say operation or curriculum or management in education, now they can pursue master education within only 1 year with business background. For undergraduates, just a reminder again, because I see more and more Australian curriculum is delivering in Thailand, in Bangkok specifically. So for students, this is mainly just a reminder of again of our intro requirement. If the students study Australian curriculum offshore, which is in Bangkok, they only need to achieve B2 in English subject, and they don't need to satisfy, they don't need IELTS anymore. The IELTS requirement for education program, for teaching program is always the toughest, the biggest challenge, which is IELTS 7.5, and the student have to satisfy listening, speaking 8, writing and reading 7. And many students find it very challenging, very difficult. So they might be able to reach overall 7.5, but reaching and meeting all the component requirement is hard. So this is one of the example where we can waive the English requirement for students if they study Australian curriculum in Bangkok or offshore or onshore. If you have an onshore student who finishing high school, they just need an ATAR 70 and they're already qualified to get into a Bachelor of Education. They don't need to submit any additional IELTS anymore. We also have a special waiver in terms of English requirement for students who completing international curriculum such as A-level or IB, which I will share with you later, very soon. We have a I think that one of the best website for counselor to use, and it's very easy to see and find all the information. I have a screenshot on the screen here, and you can see every single degree will have the same format. It's with the name of the course, the course code. Each of the tab here will serve a different purpose. The overview will show the student when will be the start date, what will be the tuition fee, how long will it take. The course structure showing detail, the subject, what subject they study. The career outcome, which is quite obvious, showing the student what can they do with this degree. But I think this is the most important for you as a counselor, entry requirement. And we have what we call qualification converter, where we convert ATAR or our national ATAR Australian curriculum into every single curriculum in the world. It could be Canada, New Zealand, it could be Japan, China, it could be Korea, could be Vietnam, could be everywhere. And including, of course, IB, SAT, ACT, and also A-level or AS as well. Next, I want to share with you some updates about our admission. But first of all, I want to share with you our application process. And normally, Yes Education will help you with majority of this, but I just want to share with you whenever a student apply for a double master degree, or the student wants to go into need a special approval to go into a specified degree. Sometimes they have this and not that, not actually 100% match. So in that case, we can totally consider for special approval from faculty to get the student into the program that they want, especially double master degree, 1+1, 2 master degree. We would normally need to refer back to faculty for approval for the student to be eligible for the double master. Some students will apply and with RPL, recognition of prior learning. Recognition of prior learning are for students who currently study a bachelor degree in Bangkok, but don't want to finish here and want to transfer their bachelor degree to Australia. That is when they will get credits into our degree. We call RPL. So whenever student need to be referred to faculty or referred to RPL, it will take a little bit longer time. So we hope that you will be a little bit more patient with us whenever it's a special case, we need special approval or a little bit more preparation for the student. There are two types of offer as well. I just want to share with you again. We have two types, which is the orange here is the conditional offer, and the blue one here is qualified or full offer with condition or package offer. Basically, the offer that the student can accept and proceed with COE and visa application. So conditional offer is very clear. The student might missing IELTS, the student is still waiting for final transcript, waiting for last semester. Those are called conditional offer. So in order to proceed to the next part, we have three types of offer, full offer. The first is qualified for students who already qualify everything. Full offer with condition are for students who missing just a little bit and we still accept them to progress further with visa application, but still some condition they need to meet before our census date. And with full offer with condition, it will allow the student to accept earlier. And we are developing a guide for full offer with condition for all students from any disciplinary, any qualification, and it should be available very soon. And one is available, I will share with Kun Pafan. So Kun Pafan will send with you. For example, A-level and IB predicted score. We accept them for full offer with condition. The student don't have to wait until the final score. The student can use the predicted A-level or predicted IB in order to apply for COE and then visa and also package offer. So as long as student got a blue offer here, they are ready to accept. So for students who coming from Thailand, of course, we accept Matayom 6 directly to get into our bachelor degree. But I want to mention some other alternative entry requirement. And I think this is getting exciting for you because I believe at this moment, Macquarie is the only university in Australia that accepts GED directly into our bachelor degree. So I have the score, conversion table on the screen, and you can see here with minimum 165 in own components, which is the student can get direct entry into a bachelor degree with ITAR 70, which is, for example, Bachelor of Education, Bachelor of Arts. With minimum 168, student can get into component for degree with ITAR 75, for example, Bachelor of Business, or 70 and above. In GED, the student can get into degree with minimum ITAR 80, for example, Bachelor of Commerce. And student can also combining GED and SAT to get direct entry into higher score or required score as well. For example, ITAR 85, ITAR 90 as well. So I hope, and also if the student couldn't achieve 165 and above, if they're under that, we also have the option diploma, intensive program, or standard foundation available for students as the pathway as well. So we really hope that with this recognition of GED, it will open up the opportunity for your students who don't follow a normal high school track can have a chance to go directly entry into a bachelor degree, and of course, with scholarship. And next is, I mentioned earlier, full offer with condition and conditional COE. I take an example here, for example, A-level predicted result must be at least 2 points above the required score. Example, our Bachelor of Business require 8. Top 3 A-level subject is 8, so which is CCD. So if the student use A-level predicted score, we require minimum 10, which is CCB or CB, so at least 10 points of the top 3 subjects. No conditional ECOE request form is required. You just need to ask Yes Education to submit and request for full offer with condition. If you're unsure, you can always check back with me. But again, this is just to showcase how we can help the student accept earlier, and a full guideline will be shared with you very soon when it's available. And as I mentioned, we have more pathway, very flexible pathway for student. For direct entry, student can use SAT along with a high school diploma or equivalent. So some case student maybe study A-level subject, but they don't study full A-level. They complete only 2 to 3 subjects of A-level. or IB. Instead of IB diploma, they only complete IB certificate, but they still get a high school completion letter and high school qualification from their high school. And in that case, the student can accompany with SAT, ACT, or AP to get direct entry into a bachelor degree, and they don't need to take a foundation. We also accept BTech, HNC, Higher National Certificate, or HND, Higher National Diploma, directly into a bachelor degree with credit transfer, meaning the study duration could be shortened. Instead of 3-year bachelor degree, student might need to take 1.5 or 2 years only to complete a bachelor degree if they're coming to Macquarie with a BTech, HNC, or HND. The next is English waiver. So in many cases, we can waive the English requirement. I just take an example here. Functional, vocational, or competent English are for all the courses, which is with the requirement IELTS 6.5 and below. So if the student complete at least 2 years of senior secondary, which is high school, or 1 year of full-time territory, which is university level, 1 year, in this recognized country or region, students don't need to submit IELTS. Even for courses, for example, Master of Teaching, Bachelor of Education, or even Master of Clinical Psychology or Medicine, which is normally require IELTS 7 or IELTS 755, the student will need to complete senior secondary or minimum 2 years of bachelor degree in an English-speaking country, this country. This will bring up the opportunity. If you have an onshore student who is about to complete bachelor degree, and now want to progress into master of teaching, they don't need to submit IELTS. They just need to complete their current bachelor degree and study minimum in Australia 2 years. In that case, student can go straight into a master of teaching. So I think this is very suitable and also exciting for onshore students who want to pursue master of teaching. We also have a similar arrangement if the student coming from English speaking or English curriculum, for example, IB or A level as well. My best advice will be always refer to our website here, English language requirement page. I left the link and also a QR code here, so you can refer back and check. So if is that my student available? Is my student entitled for English waiver example? If you're unsure, you can check with Yes, and Yes Education can check with me, so I can quickly scan through your student profile and I can identify if they are able. We can be able to waive the English requirement or not. Next, it will be the scholarship process. So for student, I mentioned earlier, we have automatic scholarship and top-up scholarship or competitive scholarship, okay? Automatic scholarship, nothing you need to do, nothing. But for competitive scholarship, the student or the counselor will need to submit a form which I listed on the screen here. And the process will be the student need to obtain a full offer or full offer with condition or package offer first, and then submit a scholarship form. The cutoff date is Wednesday every week. And waiting for the scholarship outcome, the turnaround time will be normally 1 week to maximum 10 days. And then when the outcome is complete, the student can proceed with acceptance. So we hope this will provide a clearer process of how our scholarship, additional scholarship, I'm not talking about the automatic. The automatic scholarship will be automatically in the offer, original offer already. But once there's a scholarship outcome, and if the student can get extra scholarship, we will update our offer and send to you and the student so you can review. A reminder of our next intake for our university. Our next intake, coming intake will be July, and we already open for application for 2027. The earlier you apply, the better, and the more chance for students to get more scholarship. I also left our intakes for our university college here, which is for diploma foundation and master qualifying program as well. We also have a platform where we provide access directly into our student ambassador. Student can chat, student can also book one-on-one 30-minute section to chat directly with our student ambassador where they can answer student with any question at all. And we have students who study different program, from different nationality, even up to PhD level, so they can chat with a future student or new student, any concern that they have. And this is my last slide. And I left my WhatsApp and also my line contact point here. Feel free to reach out if you need further question. But Yes Education will be the main contact point for you when you submit application to the university. I also left a QR here for our latest brochure and my email here as well. So, and that's it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Han. Actually, we have one question already in the chat box.
Yes.
Um, the agent from Laos asks about Laos student who finish year 12 in Laos. They can apply diploma plus bachelor or not, or have to be foundation plus bachelor.
So I believe that the question is actually coming from local Lao curriculum, right? Not international.
Yes,
So right now for Lao student, it will need to go through foundation. So all Lao student will go through foundation plus bachelor degree.
yes.
Unless,
Actually, yeah,
unless if they have SAT, then in that case, they can use Lao curriculum plus SAT to get into bachelor degree.
yes. Okay. So for Lao students, foundation plus bachelor is the better choice.
Yes.
Okay. Is there other questions? Anyway, you have mentioned about GED. I think Macquarie is one of the most flexible university about GED. So for our student, I think if they take GED, it will also help if they want to get direct into bachelor.
Yes. Same.
Mm.
Oh, I didn't know that GED is now getting popular in Laos. It is?
Oh no, it's not as popular as Thailand or Myanmar, but I think student getting to know about it.
Mm.
Mm.
In that case, yes.
Any other questions you can just put in the Q&A chat box. From Thailand, we need one question from Thailand. So many agents in here. Please help me. Mm.
I think that we just went through quite a lot of information, and I will send the slide back to Kun Pafan. So please feel free to share with all the agent. And okay, okay. Another question about the foundation scholarship. So for students who going through foundation, the foundation program actually we don't have scholarship at the foundation level, but it will be foundation 8 months, and then student will progress into 3 year bachelor degree. Of the 3 year bachelor degree, student automatically get the 10,000 Australian dollar per year. But even with a foundation package and 3 years bachelor degree, the student can compete for the Vice Chancellor International Scholarship. And if they get that, the Vice Chancellor will be applied to their foundation program. So we don't have automatic scholarship for foundation, but they can apply for the Vice Chancellor International Scholarship. And actually, we are encouraging foundation students to apply for Vice Chancellor International Scholarship, which is, let me go back to this one. This is the Vice Chancellor International Scholarship. And you can see here, we encourage foundation students to apply for this as well. And if the student get it, the value will be up to 10,000 for the foundation year. Oh,
Yes.
good.
Oh, Hans, for New Zealand NCEA level 3 students,
Mhm.
need to get through the UAC or can apply direct.
So for NCEA level 3 student,
Yeah.
our rule of thumb is student will need to apply through UAC. because we will need UAC to convert their program into ATAR. So if the student want to apply with NCE A level 3, student will need to apply through UAC. But for some case that the student might be able to apply directly, I can double check with our admission team what is that special case or what is the arrangement when, and then I will get back to you with that. But yes,
Sure.
the rule of thumb here is better to apply through UAC, where UAC will help us to convert the student score into ATAR. Because ATAR at the end of the day, it's not a score, it's actually percentage. So it ranks the student based on percentage. All right.
Yeah. If there is no more questions, then I would like to end the webinar for today. And if you have student who is interested in Macquarie, please do feel free to contact us. I can contact Han anytime. Yeah, she will support us with all the inquiries.
Yes, I am. And I will.
Yeah. Okay, then thank you so
ขอบ
much
คุณค่ะ
Han for
Thank
today.
you
ขอบ
so
คุณ
much.
ค่ะ Thank you so much. Are you going to join our Congress as well?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
I
Then
am in
see you
August.
soon. See you soon there.
See you, Pafan.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we are going to host the on-site training in Thailand as well. I forgot
Exactly.
about that. Yeah.
Yes, in
So for
July. I will see
next
you in
month,
July.
yeah, next month, I will send the invitation to all the agent partner in Thailand. If you want to come to do the training in person with Han, yeah, please join us. Yeah.
We will prepare beautiful gifts for you.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Bye
much, Han.
bye.